The car company says electric cars? Psh, nah, no chance. If you wanted that AirScarf neck warmer in your new Benz, think again, you cold neck having human. Sounds like that's mean, but it's really not even mean at all. The Ford GT's engine won't stop at the Ford GT. I'll tell you why. And that Autopilot in the Alfa Romeo Giulia? Sounds like it. Plus, we have another edition of FLD Question of the day with a special guest from thedrive.com. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Derek D, and this is Fast Lane Daily, the fastest of lanes done daily anywhere. I mean, it's the truth. The AirScarf system is available on all convertibles Mercedes-Benz currently has to offer. If you don't know what the AirScarf is, it's located at the top of your seat on your headrest and blows hot air through it onto the necks of the driver and passenger. You know, for those chillier days, but you still want to drop the top to be like, hey, look at me, I have a convertible. Honestly, it is pretty awesome though and feels nice on your neck. However, a stop sale has been issued on the AirScarf system due to a dispute over patents. That's right, yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not a recall, just a stop sale because Germany's Federal Court of Justice has banned the car maker from selling its AirScarf headrest after a long dispute with an agency that holds the original patent, which was developed and registered by Ludwig Schatzinger. Schatzinger, that's right, back in 1996. Daimler was fined $283,137 in order to remove all of its advertising and promotional material about the AirScarf. So rich necks everywhere are pissed. So if you have a Benz with that option, consider your car kind of rare. Currently, anyway, because right now, you can't get it. Well, on newer ones, Goldberg, okay?
Correct, come on.
Yeah. Autopilot systems are getting more and more popular, duh, we know that. So Alfa Romeo is developing an autopilot system for its new Giulia. This is according to Alfa and Maserati boss Harold Wester. Even though FCA Group said they won't have autonomous cars until 2024, the difference is that the company is working on a similar Tesla Model S autopilot style system that is currently in development for the Giulia. Yeah, so it looks to be basically a software type of adjustment. Wester said this is an area that will develop extensively and will become an indispensable part of the automotive industry. No surprise there, bud. Speaking of Bud Light, smooth and refreshing. Please enjoy responsibly and never drink and drive. The Ford GT just can't stay out of the news, nor do we want it to. The engine is one spectacular performing twin-turbo 3.5-liter V6 EcoBoost, jamming out to more than 600 horsepower, okay? So why not use it even more, right? Sure, why not? Not only will Ford use it in other Ford models, they'll also start selling the engine to other car makers and private race teams. Head of Ford Performance Dave Perisak said that the new unit was already well proven in multiple applications and that there was scope for it to work in other cars in the future. Ford, getting it in, quite literally. Engines, get your mind out of the gutter, Goldberg.
I'm sorry, man.
Every time over here I look over and it's crazy. While the rest of the world keeps moving into the electric car space, one automaker says, you know what, not us. We are combustion or bust. That company is Spyker. Yeah, their CEO, Victor Muller, said that his company will develop combustion engine manual sports cars long into the future, despite pressure to switch to hybrid and green powertrains. Muller said he didn't like the idea of an all-electric sports car because, quote, electric engines are not very exciting to drive, end quote. Well, that's up for debate, but finally someone is being honest. I mean, he does have a valid point though. I mean, V8s and V12s and sports cars and supercars are a lot of fun to drive, speaking from experience. Just the sound it makes alone is fun to hear. Although playing devil's advocate, we are talking about Spyker here. They've been very up and down financially in the past. I don't think they have the capital to delve into electric. I'm just saying, you know, just my take.
Shots fired by Derek D.
Oh, all right, everyone calm down. Spyker, I barely knew her. Okay, usually this is the time we do your FLD question of the day, but today I have a special guest on the show. He's listed as the deputy editor here at The Drive, or as I like to call him, the Jason Statham of car news. Josh Condon, what's up, man?
How are you?
Good to have you on.
Good to be on.
It's always good to have guests on the show.
It's good to be a guest on the show.
I hear that. I mean, it's good because it's always just me over here.
Yeah, you get lonely. I get it.
I do.
Yeah, you need a friend.
Thanks, Josh. I appreciate
No,
it.
I mean, really, you need a friend.
Yeah, it's true. So there is a poll over at thedrive.com, and I'll have Josh explain what it is in a second. It's almost the age-old question in the entire car world, isn't it? Can you explain what it is?
I mean, every time we have this car versus that car, and they fall into pretty easy categories, right? We have Mustang versus Camaro. We have Corvette versus 911.
Right.
I thought, okay, let's do like Pulp Fiction. It's not the Beatles, Rolling Stones. It's are you an Elvis guy or are you a Beatles guy? So our question is, keeping it American, Ford Mustang, Chevy Corvette. If you can only pick one, are you a Corvette guy or are you a Mustang guy?
And that's it. Now, it seems like such a simple question, but I mean, it's because if you really think about it, you start running in your head the reasons why you like both, and you're like, what outweighs the other?
I thought it was almost too simple, and then I realized I couldn't answer the question. It took me forever.
Well, what would you lean towards? What would be your answer to this question?
Up until the
which
C7.
Which they say, not to cut you off, they
Yeah.
say that this is how you tell what kind of car person you are.
I think there's some truth to it. I mean, for me, up until the C7 Corvette, it would have been an easy question. It would have been Mustang.
Okay.
But I love the new Corvette so much. I've had a ton of seat time in it, on the track, on the road. It just, to me, is an unbelievably lovable car. And it's so well done, it threw off the whole question for me. What do you think?
Well, it's funny you say that. I am a big fan of the C6 body style. I do love the Z06 from the C6 Z06, but you know the new Corvette is really nice. I've always liked Corvettes. I feel like both Mustang and Corvette, like in the mid to late 90s, they both were having a lull. They, like even the early 90s.
It's hard now
80s
because
even.
they're both incredible. I mean, the new Mustangs, if you're not even talking about the 350 GT, I mean, if you're just talking, the base Mustang, it's an incredibly fun car right now and has been for a while.
They both stepped up their game big time, I think.
For sure. But if you could only have one.
I lean more towards the Vet. I lean more towards Corvette because I always have.
Mustang.
Just from when I was a kid. You're a Mustang.
A Mustang, and probably for the same reason. If I had to go back through every generation, I would find more Mustangs that I would drool over than Corvettes.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's funny because I find myself looking at the Vets that people hated that I like. I still kind of dig that. Like I would rock that.
Yeah.
It's just a Vet. I mean, they're both America.
But they're both America.
Yeah.
We kept it, home team.
Yeah.
But everybody has an answer, right? You kind of know, I think, instinctively where you're going to fall on that question.
Yeah, I think so. And right now, at the time of this show filming, it was fairly close. The Corvette was winning by 57.14%, and the Mustang was at 42.86% of the vote. So Vet was winning, but they're fairly close.
They're pretty close. You can still vote, actually. I
Yes.
think the poll is up until the end of the week. Yeah?
Yeah, I think the end of the day tomorrow, so the end of the day Friday. And we'll put a link in the description as well. You can go vote on that. But it really is interesting. It's such a simple question. It's just Chevrolet Corvette or Ford Mustang.
You can like both of them. As we said, Corvette guys can like the Mustang. Mustang guys can like the Corvette. But nobody likes them both equally.
There it is. Josh Condon, everybody. Appreciate you coming on the show, man.
Thanks for having me.
By the way, hashtag FLD Q of the D if you want to weigh in on this in the comments below. We know there's going to be just a string of back and forth haters, and we love that stuff, like going back and forth. Argue about it. We love it. All right? That's going to do it for Fastlane Daily today. I'm Derek D. Again, thanks, Josh, for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Let me just remind you guys, tomorrow I'm not in. Good friend Paige Grimard will be hosting for me. I'll be down in New Orleans. So just want to give you guys a heads up on that. Paige will be in. Be nice to her, okay? She's awesome. She's going to do a kick-ass job. And please remember to subscribe and follow us on all social media and hit up thedrive.com for more of where this came from. All right? Thanks, Josh. He's my friend now, right?
Sure.
The car company says electric cars? No chance. Now, if you wanted the AirScarf neck warmer in your new Benz, think again, you cold neck having.
We need to move the chair.
Okay, there's a chair in the shop. I gotta get that hair. My hair's got it. My hair good.
Just go back. A little more.
A little more.
A little more.
Keep going, keep going.
A little more.
Still?
Yeah, more to the left.
It's a wide angle lens.
Now you're out.
Boom. Completely out.
Ow, we're living in a fast